Why am I so late? Let's just do attempt number 2 on this. Hello. And we are good. Hello, everybody. How we all doing? Give me a minute to put the donation link in chat, and then we'll kind of talk about what we hope to accomplish with the final hour of this encore session. All right, there we go. I want to thank all of you who are here for the long haul. Right now, we are at the final hour, possibly hour and a half, because I got a bit of a late start, everybody. I apologize for that. And sorry for anyone that I disturbed, disrupted, or upset. But here we are. We are now, I think I am the final member of the Giant Bomb Community Endurance Runs Encore event. Today, we'll be doing a bit of a redo everyone's favorite game which I streamed, which was 6 Ages Ride Like the Wind. I'll be doing a bit of a dramatic reading. I still have the spicy jelly bean, so if we were to raise $200, I will eat. If we were to raise $200, I would happily randomly pick a spicy jelly bean right here. I should get rid of this stuff about the pizza, because I ain't doing that. No. Nope. Let me get this. Donation incentives. This part needs to go away. This part is poo-poo, pee-pee, bad. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. I don't want this in me. I had a delicious dinner. Even if you donate $1, I will happily read your comments as long as they're nice and polite and kind. But yeah, here we go. Final hour. I think that because I started late, we'll go till at least 7:30 seems good for me. I will hopefully have a full-fledged feature for you. If the music is cutting out, it is because this is one of those weird games where it does not like to run as a background operation. It needs to be the only executable operation that is running on your computer screen. So it basically cuts itself out. I still cannot believe in the year of our Lord that new video games or even newish video games still have this problem, but here we are. So we're going to basically do a redo of where I completely failed last time we did this. We're going to make almost all of, maybe not every single same decision as before, but we're going to hopefully do a better job and not let Gino force us to make bad decisions because he's a mean, dirty butthole face. All right, let's hit play. We're going to play New Clan. We will still call our clan Jan because people liked that last time. Now, for those of you that don't know, that this is set in the same metaverse or universe as... Actually, audio seems to be a little loud, so I'm going to bring this down ever so slightly. How's that? That sounds better for me. Just usually, Alright. So this takes place in the same universe as Hero Quest, for those of you that are tabletop players. So it's, let's just say, up its own ass in terms of its lore. But more on that later. So, your story begins not long after the gods made people. The Golden Age was a time of harmony ruled by the sun god Yelm and his appointees. Your clan traces its ancestry back to those times. Which of the gods did they favor? So we're actually going to pick Yelm here because, and I'll talk about this, starting with an Elmal shrine is pretty good. We're going to do that. We built a shrine to the sun. Later, we made sure to have one wherever and whenever we moved. The Golden Age ended when the storm god Umath forced his way into the world through a flaw in the sky dome. Constantly moving and violent, he rebelled against Yelm. Yelm's celestial sons responded, sending Umath crashing to his death in the far north. Other gods fought as well. As instability spread, humans became more dependent for survival on the gods. In turn, humans helped the gods. Which famous event of the gods did your ancestors support? The milk gift of Bessanari, the cow mother. The Battle of Akashar, when shining Elmal saw through the stratagems of the Changer. The 17 Banner Camp, when the wise Rolander advised Corvallis how to ally the Bird Riders, when Bersean engraved the first ledger, tracking the planets in motion, when Orissa first sang the bone-mending ballad for Creskor, the Brang, the grain contest of Urkonus, where the barley goddess Pela prevailed over millet and bezel, the Brass Bazaar, where Akarna acted as broker between Nida Mountain and Gurnet's Garden, or finally, when the Werris Mur joined us as citizens. I told you, this game has a sense of lore, and it is up its own ass. If you want me to actually summarize what any of this means, can't do it. Not possible. No. So we're actually going to click this because getting the milk gift is very important. It provides an extra source of food. And during the late stages of the game, not having to worry about food is pretty important. So we'll go ahead and do this one. Ever since, men and women of our clan have been gifted with a knack for animals. Also, that is important as well. Umath's son, Orlanth, led a conspiracy of rebel gods against Emperor Yelm. Armed with the new power of death, he slew Yelm, sending his light to the underworld. When the sun fell from the sky, the empire fell apart. Smaller suns lit the world in Yelm's place. Darkness and sea gods became a threat, but the storm god Orlanth and his violent allies dominated. What was the worst danger your ancestors faced at this time? Okay, we could do, what was the worst danger your ancestors faced at this time? So we can do when the trolls fled the underworld to the surface darkness. Always hungry, they tried to devour the herds. A great flood drowned the empire. We helped Anaxial the Sailor build a great ship to save civilization. The War of Many Suns, when pretenders to the solar throne fought to assert control over our golden city Nivora. The Ram people marched on the empire, razing the city of Elimpur. We helped the emperor avenge it. When the city of Chimes wanted to surrender to the Scorpion Queen, we gave them heart. Our worst danger came later, is the final option. We're gonna go with Forces of Water. We're gonna go with the Forces of Water here because Taming the River. Taming the River is a very important thing to accomplish. I personally like the Weeders too, where we do War of Many Suns. Where's that? So these are different. I'm gonna go with the Great Flood and have our big opponent be Taming the River. How does one tame a river? I will happily show you, because at this point, the river is a giant lizard monster snake thing. When the floods receded, Anaxial became emperor, and our ancestors led the resettling of Nivora, and they were never afraid when the Forces of Water attacked. Many more gods died as the gods' war worsened. Halor of Nivora found the crippled spirit who had once been the winged-fanged hippogriff. This is not a hippogriff, this is a Pegasus. He saved her from death and made an alliance. Halor gave her a new name, Gamari, and she allowed him to ride. Halor returned to your ancestors with this secret. They became the first riders. Storm and Cold continued their conquest. Orlant's barbaric worshippers sacked Elimpur, the Darahapan Empire's southernmost city. A great sheet of ice crushed the city of Verampur. Despite its volcano gods, it ground relentlessly south. The Emperor began building an immense dome to hide under it. Rather than cower inside, the citizens of Nivora chose to move away from the glacier. Your ancestors had trained horses to ride. Others drove chariots. Everyone had to leave many of their gods behind, but which god did you bring? We are going to do Parandetto, god of glassmaking. The good news here is that this creates your first luxury source, and it's a reliable luxury resource that you can trade when we are playing around with the economics of this game, which aren't good. But Glassware is a very easy resource to trade. The citizens of Nivora loaded their possessions and headed in for the 4 directions. Your ancestors headed south. They had to fight plant folk, stone folk, ram people, and trolls. They prevailed and prospered until there was not enough room for all of them. They divided into 4 groups. 1 remained, the others went west, south, and east. Which group was your ancestors? The most warlike, the best herders, the wealthiest, the best magicians, the most dissatisfied. We're gonna go with more warlike because you end up getting plus 10 warriors. The best herders is a good choice here, but increasing your warriors takes more turns than getting cows in this game, and there comes the point where if we do a good job with trading, we can just get cows on tap. For whatever reason, getting warriors in this game is a lot harder than it was in King of Dragon Pass, so the most warlike it is. Our ancestors were always respected in battle. Your ancestors crossed the mountains to the south. Who did they find on the other side? Farmers, goat herders, hunters, and gatherers. We're gonna go with goat herders here. Now, goats are not easy to trade. Most people don't want them, but this is going to give us our second blessing for milk production, which again is a domestic resource for providing food. You can't really trade it, but it makes, your issues possibly with food production a little bit easier. So, goat herders it is. Once, our ancestors might have taken outsiders as slaves, but those days were past. How did you treat the herders? We chased them away. We took them in as half-citizens. We took them in as full citizens. We're going to take them in as citizens because this is going to make us have a better time recruiting people to join us. The herders shared secrets of Uryarda, the goat mother, with the clan. Your ancestors prospered, dividing into new clans several times. The charioteers also grew and moved into your valley. They said the ice was on the move and made war on you. Finally, you took what you could and again headed south over the mountains in a wide valley. Your scouts reported that the best pastures were already taken, but found land along the right bank of an untamed river. Taming the river will be a thing that we need to worry about. Life here would start out easier than last time. This is a weird way to go about it. This is how you select your difficulty. Either you click easy, normal, hard, Iron Man. It's kind of weird to think this, but this is totally how you pick the starting difficulty. We're going to go with easier so as that I can actually finish this hour, possibly hour and a half, without needing to worry about the game ending a little on the earlier side. So let's go easier than last time. You took advantage of a mild storm season to petition the gods for blessings and build a shrine to help feed the clan. You will need to grow your magical knowledge and shrines to produce enough food. All right, we've got some donations here. Let me go ahead and check this. So we've got a $10 donation, I believe, from Trash Squad. Yep, take it home, ZP. You guys rock. Yeah, I know. I want to thank Trash Squad for covering for me an extra 30 minutes. All right, so we got unlimited resource. We're going to call our clan Jan. We can review our stuff here. We can basically just like click this and immediately transport ourselves to that choice, but we're gonna stick with this. We're gonna call our clan Jan, and then we're gonna hit start. All right. Now, this is where some people see this and you freak out. And you know what? I respect it. But basically, this is the screen in which we do our research on our technology. Now, for the first couple of years, we're not going to need to worry about war or invasions. The game, no matter what difficulty, unless you're playing on the absolute hardest settings, will not attack you. So we can just read this and understand that this right here is our council. I'll explain the concept of the council and talk about kind of why these people are important. We're not going to do our council reformation right now. We're going to wait until we get to the later parts of the seasons when we would actually need to worry about that stuff. All right. So, in the 4th year of her chieftainship, Amanai led the entire Jan clan south over the mountain. Many said this would be our last migration, with the ice growing to the north and barbarians to the south. We settled near the untamed Black Eel River, finding new pastures among clans that had moved to the valley earlier. Some were friendly, others less so. It was time to rebuild our relations to our gods and neighbors before we ran out of the food and wealth we had stockpiled for the migration. We also needed to finish preparing our farmland and homes. Please stop talking. We are known for being the last clan to arrive in the valley. So that does mean that some people will take advantage of us, but for now we're going to research fields all the way, and then we're also going to put in points into pastures. We will put 1 point into ritual. And just because I'm feeling generous for myself, I'm going to put a point into crafts. Now, we're going to go ahead and hit proceed. I'm going to click reorganize, and I'll kind of explain this system right here. So the council has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible stats. Bargaining, which means basically when we are in a situation, the ability for them to kind of either get us a good deal or just kind of deal with the situation that might be bad. Combat would be kind of our defense minister, as well as someone who opens up when we're in kind of a situation, the option to deal with it through physical or brute force. Diplomacy is going to be basically our home secretary. They will go on diplomatic missions, establish trade relationships, and so on and so forth. Also kind of seeking the peaceful resolution rather than the hammer and anvil. Food is going to be important, not necessarily because they'll provide a food base answer to certain situations, but there were going to be situations of disasters where having and being able to succeed a food skill check would be very important to us. Leadership and lore, these two are going to just basically be checks when we are in situations if they have the perception. Leadership is a skill for certain ceremonies, and we'll talk about those ceremonies as we get there. And lore is just basically a history skill check when we're encountering some sort of alien life form, and I will talk about why alien, I use that. As well as magic is just using magic to deal with a problem. Okay, so let's check out who we've got here. We want to have people who have at least one skill set to excellent. So she does not, and that's bad. Okay, so she might get the axe. You are 37. You are definitely going to get the axe. You're 45. You at least have excellent magic. You are terrible. Oh, wait, nope, he's renowned in food. You are over 50, and you're not good at anything, or excellent at anything. You are at least excellent in combat, but you're very old. Is there anyone else good in combat? So I've got a 26-year-old who's good in combat. Okay, there's a couple of other things. We want to spread it to where we don't just have one god represented among our council. Keep that in mind. You are good at nothing, and you're 50 years old. Great. I'm being an ageist asshole. You are at least excellent in combat, and you are just very good. Holy moly. My council is awful. This is one of the worst councils I've ever seen my entire life. So bargaining. We have a 45-year-old guy who's an expert at bargaining. Great. Combat. I will take the guy who is excellent at combat in 32, but we'll do that later. Diplomacy. 52. But you're very good in something. 2 things you're very good at. You're probably going to get that one. Food. Who's the best at food? You're renowned at food. Okay, so you get to stay. Leadership. Probably you. Lore. No. God damn it. Hey. Alright, this is going to be a little on the rough side. You might get kept just for good lore. Magic. Okay, you get to stay for magic. I said that very much. Now, you actually need to spread the love among the major families that are a part of your clan. So for now, we'll just pass on that. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We need to, at the very least, have at least an effective lord with combat and food. We want as many people on our council that are young, so as that they can gain stats and their stat growth is good. Having nobles with good leadership and bargaining is less critical, but also somewhat required. Now, we're going to go ahead and basically do like as if we're playing a civilization game and do like a research. We're going to hit venture, and we are going to start this with expand fields, because crops right now are going to be our main source of food. Hit that. Dostarkalarn led the clan in the hard work of removing stones and ripping out Kunkor ear roots. then it was a much easier task to consecrate the newly cleared fields to Pella and Nyalda. Oh, shit. That was just one turn, guys. We already have our first random event. Your patrols intercepted 5 members of the Tricorn clan on your lands with 10 stolen horses. Unlike honest raiders, who take livestock openly by force of arms, these rustlers stole the horses by stealth. At first you assume that the horses are yours, but when you check the brands, you see they were taken from the Brilliant Hoof clan. Take them and the horses to the Brilliant Foot clan. Yo, what? Everyone says to take the horses, guys. You realize that's like... That gets us, like, war declared. This is diplomacy. I wish it displayed the, I'm gonna do you. Because you will be someone that I pick later. Very good diplomacy is good enough. We'll send 3 swords and 5 bows. You want to, generally speaking, be anywhere between 5 to 8. I like to go for 7 to 8. But horses are cool. Yeah, I mean... The Brilliant Hoofs thanks us for doing more than was expected. They executed the thieves on the spot. They gave us a gift of 20 cows. Alright, so we did expand fields. Let's now go to our lore. We now want to, no wait, not lore, magic. Alright, so we want to go here. We want to activate Milk Blessing. Increases the yield of our cows. We want to do this. All right. Your patrollers have been talking with those of your neighbors, the Tricorn clan. Like you, the Tricorns are hirelings, who ride horses, herd cattle and goats, and descend from the people who kept their freedom by fleeing the destruction of the Golden City. Until recently, the Tricorns have shown little interest in you as either friend or foe, but gradually they have grown more open toward you. An approach to them might bear good fruit. Throw a feast in their honor. At first, you hear some of the guests complain that they would sooner have had a gift of cows, but after the drinking of much strong fermented horse milk... Wait, what? Horse milk? You sing together long into the night. Wait, what? What the fuck? Excuse me? What? We got donations. Can I get donations in which you say horse milk? $7 was donated from Anonymous. This reminds me of the King Arthur PC game I played in the 90s. Yeah. Sure. The fuck is horse milk? Here's the donation link. I don't even know what's real anymore. Okay, we got the milk blessing. Sacrifice to Pella. I want the barley. Bless the blessed barley. At least 7 cows worth of sacrifice. Sacrifice. Give me barley. Yay, bless barley. Oh, God. Your shamans report encountering felled spirits haunting your scrublands. Scrublands. They would have caused night paralysis had the shamans not succeeded in driving them off. Your shamans wish to add new bundles to their ritual costumes, strengthening them against the possible return of these spirits. Occasionally, it becomes necessary to add new items when the old ones lose their potency. I like this idea of compromising. Okay, I'll give you the stuff, but you need to hunt these things, yo. Who leads the expedition? Parastock found that the shamans of the Griffon clan had the items they needed. He exchanged them for 14 cows worth of gold. It was not the best deal, but we badly needed the shamanistic regalia. Upon return, Parastock assembled a party of shamans to scour our lands for evil spirits. How many shamans and assistants accompany him? So this is the core mechanic of King of Dragon Pass and also 6 Ages, where you have these sliders. What these sliders do, I cannot tell you. Does not give me like a percentage chance. Does not surface any of this information to the player. You just gotta like, I guess 6, maybe 7. What? Let's go with 7. Let's hope that lucky number 7 is lucky. Parastock sensed the presence of the evil spirit, but they fled upon seeing the new adornments he had acquired. They would not be back for a good long while. So I think that's mission accomplished. So we've now got the blessed barley thing. So now we have to build. Yay, we got it. I am pleased that we now can expect to produce as much food over the coming year as we will eat. It depends on the weather, but I believe our food supply is on much better footing now. Okay, so we built that shrine. All right. So now we are going to send an exposition with horses to possibly buy cows. Cows are important, and they are a good source of food. It's better for us to send these expeditions, so we're going to go to wealth. We're going to set a caravan. We're going to say horses for herds. So we'll send a large caravan to buy horses. We need to check out who is who here. Actually, let me open this up. We need to find out, whoa, where are we? Clan Jan. So Tricorn, Amber, Brilliant Hoof, Flintheart, Lowenarsh, and Prog. We don't want to cross this river. This river is cursed. So Tricorn, Amber, Morg. These motherfuckers are actually gonna make me write shit down. Really? Assholes. Gonna make me write shit down. Not a fan of that. Alright, so we're good to the Tricorn. Amber would be good. We just screwed over the Brilliant Hoofs, but let's see if they're pissed off. The Burn Peak. The R. Terima. And the More. Kagans. Okay, cool. Sweet. So good. So nice. Alright, let's do a caravan. So we want to sell horses for herds. We want to send you to... So which one was... Who's rich? You're rich? Cool, let's do that. Let's do that. Sell horses for herds. I had to read that one more time. All right. What's the blood twig, you might ask? Don't ask. Send 2 more. Let's send 1 more bowman. All right. Send. Our caravan is back from the Ambers. The Amber traders were pleased to receive our first caravan to them. We traded 8 horses for 44 cattle. The Amber traders were pleased to get horses from a different herd. What? Ah, shit, we got a disaster. Your chieftain, Amanai, lies near death after contracting a debilitating illness. The priestesses say they have not seen it like it. Blech. The priestesses say they have not seen its like before. It is a sign of a darkening world, they say. They have already tried the usual healing rites, whirling in the women's tent to seek Arissa's aid. If she recovers at all, it will take time. They will continue to pray and whirl for Amanai, but worry that it will not be enough. I don't want my girl ain't done. She ain't done. I'm sacrificing 10 cows. I'm killing 10 cows for you, girl. Our priestess said perhaps we had burned... Our priestesses said perhaps we had burned bright enough to forestall Amanai's death. Well, this sucks. Boy howdy. Well, let's, go to wealth, do a caravan, establish a trade route. Let's just send to all wheel clans for now. Send a caravan. Our caravan is back from the Artarmai. The Artarmai traders were pleased to receive our first caravan to them. They said that access to more horses was always a good thing, and agreed to regular trade. We also made a small profit from the trip. Okay. Visitors come from the Burn Peak clan to console you on Amanai's continuing illness. Their words of condolence soon slip into a veiled demand. When Amanai passes and time comes for your elders to settle on a successor, they wish it to be known that you will regret choosing anyone other than Otoren. Several marriages tie Otoren's family to that of the Burn Peak chieftain. They are the strongest rider clan. I love it. She's like, I'm not touching this one. When the people heard of this promise, they decried the cowardice and weakness of their leaders. Larai said it was hard to get people to see practicalities in a case like this. A few days later, Amanai recovered. The people rejoiced, but she had harsh words for those who would turn the succession over to outsiders. Well, we failed that shit. Okay, what season is it? Dark season. So we can't establish trade. So let's go ahead and go back to magic. Let's build Uryardas. Yeah, let's... A delegation from the Tricorn clan arrives at your clan border to request your ritual support. They intend to perform the Gamarai Horse Mother ritual. Okay. And hope that you will send worshippers to take part. If you agree and their ritualist successfully overcomes the hazards of the God War, your horses will benefit. Their diplomats shower you with praise. Yeah, I can see you don't have an opinion. Alright, I'll send worshippers. That's what my guys say. Go. Okay, magic. Do I have no one good with magic? I'll be damned. I have no one good at magic. Cool. Their ritual did not go as hoped. Gamarai granted them no reward. Verana predicted trouble involving our horses. This loss would occur at sacred time. Cool. Awesome. Sweet. So good. Fuck. It's a dark season. We gotta reorganize this shit. Reorganize. You're all fired. Fuck it. You're definitely fired. Combat. God, my council sucks. Why are you so bad? Why did I bat for you? Okay, you. What are you good at? Nothing. You're fired. You're good at magic, right? Yeah, you get to stay. You are good at food. You get to stay. You're good at absolutely jack shit. You're fired. You are excellent in combat, but you're old. Wasn't there someone else better in combat? Yeah, I'm firing you. You're getting fired. You get promoted. Ah, shit, I've got two of the same clan. Alright, so we got combat. Who's good at bargaining? You're good at bargaining. Combat. Diplomacy. Another Turant? Okay, yep. And then what did I keep you for? No reason in particular, then you're 25. You're fired. Go home. You're good at food. Okay, leadership. Cool. Lore. Ah, they're all old. Three families are missing in this circle. Cool. If I make everyone qualified, highly qualified, it leads to three families not being represented. This is my favorite part of King of Dragon Pass. You can't promote based off of qualifications. Oh, so good. So good. Alright, so we have Clan Turrent, Clan Urkent, Tancarent. Wait, are you Tancarent? Clan Carent, Clan Urkent. So I actually can't have her. So I need someone that's good at diplomacy. Shit. I actually need to have her. Fuck. Food. We have someone that's good at food. Yeah, you're good. And you are Clan Carent. You're good at leadership. Is there anyone that's good in leadership that's not Clan Carent? Clan Parnt. Fuck, I don't want someone 6 years old in my clan leading an entire department. Lore. Do I have an Akot? Yeah, I do have an Akot. Turrent, Akot, Urkent, Carent, Parnt. So if we're doing lore, Parnt, magic. Okay, who's... You're renowned in bargaining, good. You're completely useless. You're here to make your family happy. But you're very good in leadership. Who's good in combat? Did we fire a person who's good in combat? I think we did fire a person good in combat. Oh, no, wait. You're Parnt. Cool. Diplomacy. Food. Got you. Leadership. We could use someone. Desano is missing. What is the Desano family missing? Is anyone in the Desano family good at something? That's the question. Oh, cool. You're absolutely fine. Great. Alright. Sweet. That sucked. Let's go to lore. No, not lore. What season is it? Storm season. Let's fortify. Let's build a watchtower. A party of wretched Yeleni come to you begging a favor. The Yeleni live to the northwest, meagerly subsisting by hunting and foraging. They get their magic from spirits, the most powerful of which is a carrion-eating entity called King Vulture. The Yaneli language shows signs of kinship to yours. With some struggle, you can make out what they are saying. We try to farm as you do, but when we fled the destruction of our city, we had to leave all but one of our good old gods behind. To revive our connection to the grain, Goddess Pella, we ask that you marry one of your young priestesses to our clan. We do not keep cows and cannot give you the bride price you expect, but we can give you a treasure which aids in the finding game, berries, and hidden foes. If you want to marry someone to buzzard people, the most likely candidate would be a young woman named Yadrana who can whirl to Pella's side. Neither she nor any of your other marriageable women show any interest in such a match, or so their families, who make the final decision. Alright, so everyone says to decline. Except this guy, I don't know if you guys remember Tricksters, but the Trickster is the one that's saying, yo, give me the monies! Everyone else is like, this is a terrible idea. You're gonna piss off an entire family. The Trickster is basically saying, yo, treasure! Ha 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 ha. We're gonna decline. Yes. Storm season still means that let's go to our, not to our lore, our magic. Let's go back here. Let's check our spirits out. Let's bargain. Point of magic seems pretty pricey for this, too. Let's bargain. Kosailor easily persuaded the owl spirit to help the clan for several years. Our shaman stayed awake the following 3 nights, never tiring. Alright. That was actually pretty good. That was pretty good. Let's do max to pastures, 1 to field. 1 to ritual. Let's put 1 into craft and call it a day. Proceed. I have wonderful news about Carnivus. Thanks to many trips to local fairs and heartfelt offerings to Akarna, his ability to drive a hard but fair bargain ranks well above any ordinary man's. I don't have to tell you about the earthquake, since everyone felt it, but I thought it was worth confirming that it came from one of the mountain feathers north of us, not the Ramshaker goddess. Alright guys, so far already raised about 20 buccarinos, so I want to thank those of you. So let's finish our houses. Let's clear pastures. Let's come back here. So, let's go ahead and come back to map. Let's also start developing trade relations, because we're about to... My party and I were able to move cross the Black Eel River without too much trouble. The magic we had learned from our ancestors proved their worth. I do worry that the next time might not be as easy, even though this river was not as powerful as the Akros, which flowed in our ancestral homeland. You get a freebie crossing the Eel River, but after that you need to tame the river. Our caravan is back from the Low Arish. The Low Arish traders were pleased to receive our first caravan to them. They said that access to more horses was always a good thing and agreed to regular trade. We also made a small profit from the trip. A handful of men in your clan from various families have unexpectedly undergone shamanic initiation. Like most Haordling clans, you use shamans to deal with spirits, but it's unusual to have so many initiate at once and to the same spirit. All of their spirit helpers are giant deer, like those your hunters sometimes pursue. The new shamans tell you that they are now members both of the Jan clan and a spirit world clan called the Antler Society. They say their connection will be needed in coming dark times when gods will abandon humanity. Offer support. Yeah, let's do it. The Antler Shamans pronounced the ritual successful. They made a pact with the animal spirits to improve our hunting for the next 16 seasons, which is 4 years. That actually was worth it. Holy shit. What else do we want? We probably, well, looking at it, we probably would like to, we definitely need cattle. What season is it? Ugh. Trading partners. Let's go horses for herds. Send. One of your young foragers found a strange object half buried in the earth while picking berries. Your priests and shamans say this clay mask must be a magical treasure of some kind. What do you do with it? We are absolutely keeping this. Keep it. Keep it! Upon further investigation, our shamans confirmed that the mask would help us succeed with rituals that deal with spirits. Okay, 35 cattle. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's pretty good. What season is it? Still late fire. So we can do... we have trade relations with. A group of affable traders from the brilliant Hoof clan arrives. Only a few clans brought Parandetto, god of glassmaking from Nivara. You did, so the Jan clan makes the best glassware. We wish to trade for all the glass you make for the next 7 seasons. In exchange, we will give you 40 cows worth of gold now. Sounding them out, they are only interested in this large exclusive offer. Duradin thinks for a while, then tells the circle that we would probably make 50 worth. Agree but bargain over the terms. 32. Damn it. Ah, it's the wolf dog people. Dog people. You catch foreigners hunting in our wildlands. They travel on foot and hunt with dogs. They might be Voktani, a nomadic people who live in a forested region to the east. You have heard of them before, but no one in your clan has ever met them. I agree with letting them off with a warning. Actually, yeah, let's feed them. They told us of their immortal hero, Voktank, who walked the earth with them and showed them how to hunt. Their people, they explain, also gave worship to his boon companion, Brother Dog. The people forgave them for taking our game without permission. We took pleasure in the tales they told us of their faraway land. Okay, we've got 3 trade partners. I'm going to call good on that. And now what I think we need to do is we desperately need to start researching and building defensive positions here. So we're going to sacrifice to a bunch of our gods here. So we're going to go back to here. Actually, you know what? Something that I want to do. I want to explore. I want to search for spirits. I want to search here. All right, search here. Search for spirits. Now we'll come back to our magic. We'll come to gods. And now we'll start putting a lot of points into this. So we want Arissa, who is the goddess of healing, to sacrifice 7 cows. 7 cows for sacrifice. The curing blessing. Okay. Oh god, this is a lot. Nobles of a chariot clan, the more Kagini, the more Kagini come to you for help. These wheel people share a history, language, and most of the same god with you. Relations with them tend to be strained at best. Their fearsome war carts require fast horses. Without them, their vaunted military might give them the power to survive in the valley, though outnumbered by Hairling and Ram clans, dwindles. Our horses are succumbing to hoof rot, they say, naming a disease that strikes fear into the hearts of your horse experts. Normally, we would not ask you for help, but our dire straits require them. Okay, give him horses. The more Kagini thank us for our generosity. They said that unlike other Hairdlings, we were neither clods nor bumpkins. Alright, let's build. We locate an oak spirit. What? What? Alright, let's go to... doubles the effectiveness of elite warriors. Sacrifice this, and then probably Sure shot. Cool. Discord erupts within our clan between members of the shamanistic Antler Society and those who see them as a threat, as threatening the old ways. Some people support the Antlers' right to deal with their tutelary spirits, as other shamans of your clan do. Others complain that they are more loyal to each other than to their families. Everybody says to banish the Antler clan. The trickster doesn't want to deal with this shit. I like this lady. She says, have them fight in an arena and whichever clan wins, wins. I like this. Have them fight. The Antlers conjured a deerskin sack. Our traditional shamans conjured a horse of fire, made rocks red hot, and coaxed a sun eagle to swoop overhead. The people reveled in their victory, and the Antlers agreed that they should remain humble until they had mustered their mysterious new powers. Hell yeah! Seven. God, having a well-qualified magician is so good. Lankarn, a trader from the Moor Coggin clan, visits with an unusual offer. He is willing to part with the Raven Mask, a magical treasure. He summarizes its abilities. Punctures overconfidence. Yes. Can I say yes? Yes. 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 $50 cows. Wowzers. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. $50 cows. +1 treasure. Lankarn agreed to the trade. Whew. You know what I'm feeling? Kind of reaching the end of this 1-hour streamerino. I'm thinking that what we do is we end on the absolute positive note that I wish to end on. What if we ended with, I don't know, a saga? Yeah, let's end with a saga. Some to fields. Let's do some to fields. Max to pastures. Now we want to do max to war. And exploring. And we'll do summon to craft. The old Eagle clan have always had a habit of picking unpredictable chieftains, but Alundis has truly embraced the tradition. He keeps interfering in legal cases as soon as they arise instead of letting the elders sort them out, as writer law dictates. Maybe next time they'll break the habit and pick someone sensible to lead them, but I wouldn't be bet any of my own gold plaques on it. Alright, so ventures. We want to finish our houses. Uh-huh. Traders of the Moor Kagini, a charioteer clan, come hoping to barter their goods for your livestock. Riders, they say, this is your opportunity to bask in the splendor of our trade goods. We have seeds that nourish body and soul, banners that will bring beauty to the pitiful holes you live in, and jars to hold your sad excuse for kumai. Many of your ilk will prostrate themselves to gain the status these items confer. It is your unique privilege to receive the offer before all others. Everybody else says fuck them off, and the trickster says, yo, let's make them. I love my trickster. We got goods we reckoned are worth 12 cows in trade for 9 cows worth of cattle and goats. Alright, did we come back here to lore? Alright, so we've come to basically, let's actually build it. Actually, we can build this later. We can build Osara's shrine later. Did we build Arissa's shrine? Yes. What do we want? So I think what I want to do is I definitely want to use exploration here. So we'll go here. So we'll explore. We're going to send multiple exploration parties. One up here and one over here. Okay, so I'm going to send you. Go. One of the reasons we settled here was the Black Eel River has not been tamed, but we couldn't take the entire clan across. But we also heard stories that the Ram people lived on the other side, and now I heard from a tricorn traveler that the Flinthearts saw Ram explorers crossing the edge of their land. Maybe we can get an opportunity to befriend worshippers of Orlanth the Storm. It would be good to have powerful friends. Ugh. A legal dispute between two of your families has been settled, but Rancor continues. Targarund brought a case against Elventon for grazing herds on lands allocated to his families. As tradition demands, they took their case before 3 clan elders who ruled in favor of Targarund. 2 appeals, first to the other elders and then to the chieftain, affirmed this ruling. Even so, Elventon's family, the Nordons, continue to complain and argue. Other families now say that their bickering sows discord through the entire clans. Keep the clan circle out of this. People were glad we had followed custom and avoided making the problem worse. Really? 2 in a row? Members of the Acot and Part families were exploring when they spotted a baby in a clay pot floating down the Black Eel River to the south of clan lands. Everyone agrees that the boy must have been sent by the gods, but both families claim they saw him first and should be the one to adopt him. Normally, a court of 3 elders is able to solve disputes like this, but this case has supernatural overtones, so they bring it to this clan circle. Wise elders already performed a divination, but couldn't see the baby's fate. This dude says put the baby in the fucking river again. You go here. Go here. Actually, no. Go here. I want to change you because I need you. You're good. Choose. Send. While out watching the flocks, your young herders spied a shimmering object. Your most learned elders examined it and aren't quite sure what to make of it. It might be shavings from Berceron's quill or perhaps a tooth from a star horse. It's divine, but you can't identify any specific magical properties, so your magicians say the best thing is to sacrifice it. Help cattle. Always help cattle. When Kosalor laid the object in the sacrificial fire, it was consumed in a puff of sweet-smelling smoke that seemed to form a cow head as it dissipated. You didn't have to be a priestess to know that Busanari would be blessing our cattle. Kosalor said her bounty would last for well over a year. So 2 times. What season is it? Let's now go to wealth. Let's establish more trade routes. I've returned from our exploratory mission to the northwest. We can add more to our map, though I can't say we discovered anything worth suing over onto the walls of our story tent. Along the way, we met other explorers from the valley, from the Sky Racer clan. They must disdain our courage as they attempted to intimidate us with an impromptu whooping run. I am proud to say that my explorers remained steadfast. They tried to frighten us, but it was we who showed our mettle. I also want more, so we owe them a favor, but they like us. Establish trade route then. They like us. Yes, send and establish trade route. While we were exploring to the southeast, we spotted a marker with Haelor's rune in the middle of a field. I decided to dig under it and found a small glass bottle, the sort that the Parendetto priests made back in Nivora. It looked empty, so I took the stopper off. We all heard an amazing whining laugh. It must have been Gamari. Haelor had hidden one of Gamari's laughs for us to find. We weren't the only ones to hear it. 9 gold-maned horses came galloping up. They followed us home. The bottle is beautiful and worth a little something, too. Our caravan is back from Morkagini. The Morkagini traders were pleased to receive the first caravan we'd sent to them. They said that access to more horses was always a good thing. The Tricorns would probably give us information about distant land if we sent an emissary to collect the favor they owe us. Great. Someone snuck into your village and desecrated the stones your shamans used to make sacred smoke and commune with spirits. The perpetrator knocked some stones over and flung horse dung over the entire arrangement. Naturally, you will restore the rocks as best you can. What else do you do? Right. One more exploration effort. Yeah. Small profit. Okay, cool. So now I'll do something. This will be how we end. Actually, because this is actually going really well for me, I'm gonna build this. Build. Okay. Ah, god damn it. Your clan's antler shamans receive a vision while in ecstatic communion with their helping spirits. They say that the coming year will be one of great darkness. Storm clouds will darken the skies, bringing floods, poor grazing, and a reduced harvest. They say their giant deer spirits can stampede away the clouds, given a large enough sacrifice. Uh-huh. Ah, cool, they failed. Sweet. Let's do a ritual. We have one ritual. I've already done this ritual. Oh, wait, no, I have not done Taming the River. Sweet. What do I need to do for Taming the River? This is new. Alright. Taming the River, 6 ages. These are very particular. Okay. Anyone may undergo this ritual since you no longer worship Relalvavis. All religions are equal here, so you can choose your quester entirely based on their skills. Keep in mind that there is no one stat that will get your quester through the ritual, though. Personality can also give some questers an edge. The Golden City personality type has an advantage at most choices. When you start the ritual, assuming you haven't tamed both rivers already, you will be asked if you want to use water from Oscilier or the Black Eel River. Performing the ritual with the Oscilier River is more difficult, and the only benefit is the ability to tame the Oscilier River. You will be asked if you wish to have the aid of the raiders. Good relations will have other clans send aid. Ah, this is amazing. Unlike most rituals, Taming the River does not have a clear linear progression. Instead, you will face 3 occasions which are randomly selected. Combat Deception. This is great. This is great. This is pure chaos. This is great. Let's start this shit. This is great. Alright. I'm gonna do this. This is probably gonna go very bad. You embark on a ritual to send one of your member to the side of the Reladivis as he defends Navor. To tame a river, you will need to perform a ritual using water from it. The Oscilier River is both more powerful and further away than the Black Eel, so using its waters will make the ritual more challenging. You have yet to tame either one. Which river's water do you prepare with? The Black Eel. Yes. The 3 clan circles said yes, eager to fight the forces of water. Our priests said that their support could be a major factor in the success of our ritual. Do we also seek the assistance of the Wheels? Their ancestors also lived in Reldivis's city, but over the generations have allowed errors to creep into their stories as they tell about them. Yes. The Wheel chieftains who respected us agreed to lend aid. They knew our success would bring blessings to their dealings with water too. As descendants of Navor, any clan member can attempt the ritual, even though you no longer worship Reldivis. Wherever you choose should be competent at fighting and negotiating. So he's good at... He's heroic at bargaining, but only good at combat. Don't want this guy, because he's fair. Excellent and good, and I probably have to go with him. He's so good at everything. The trickster is good at everything. I usually do 15. Proceed. Oh, this art! Carnivus rides back to the days of the Golden City. The fields and pastures outside are drowned by floodwaters, though Emperor Merharzarm had sent word that he had tamed the river after Shargosh failed to. Carnivus can see the blue dragon Arcos surging over the land outside the city. The Emperor had done nothing for Nivora. Use cunning to defeat the dragon. After consulting a map of the realm, Carnivus rode out, slumped in the saddle as if sorely wounded. Sensing weakness, the dragon lunged at him. Carnivus raced towards the nearest valley, then across the plain to another, then turned again. The dragon chased after, but quickly tired and was easily compelled to stay in its new banks. Carnivus rides off to the blur of the Gods' War. Then suddenly he is back in Nivora, again looking over the submerged fields and pastures. The dragon Arcos is back, ignoring the banks as it had consented to. Trade valuables with the dragon, I guess. Yeah, trade valuables. A treasure. The clay mask. Proceed. Carnivus concealed the clay mask under a pure white shroud. Intrigued, the dragon took the form of a bright-eyed, beautiful blue woman. Carnivus resisted her charms and drived a hard bargain for his treasure. He would not make the exchange until Arcos agreed to flow only in a specific channel. I think we command the dragon to retreat. After another timeless interval, Carnivus again finds himself in the Golden City. Its hinterlands are once more swamped, and the blue dragon Arcos rushes about, raising waves that break against the city. I'm gonna say command the dragon. He's got good leadership. Carnivus rode boldly out to confront Arcos. He ordered it to withdraw and flow only within restricted boundaries. The dragon replied, No city god can give me orders. Carnivus says, I can and I do. He flared into searing radiance, and the dragon shrank back, fearful of the power of the celestial gods. It agreed to flow peacefully. Relaldivus appears to Carnivus, thanking him for putting Arcos back in its place. You certainly have a mastery of dragons. Arcos won't dare to return for 100 years or more. What reward does Carnivus seek for his service? You 1000%, if you succeed this mission, it always says, reject all others, tame the river. Because if you try to cross the river, you get one freebie where it says, oh, we got lucky. But if not, you have to do like a skill check whenever you cross bodies of water. Unless you do this. And now, we changed it. And we lost mockery, so people respect us. Relaudivis nodded. My mother's children will have mastery over the black eel. Cooperating clans will gain protection from the river. The ritualists smash jars containing its waters. Clans who didn't come now surely wish they had. The wheels in attendance said we had admirably remembered the old ways, even if we did not practice them in daily life. Yo, chat, this game is good. You should support the people who made this. This is a good game. This is a good game. 6 Ages is great. We've come up to my 1 hour and 30 minutes. This is gonna mark the end of the Giant Bomb Community Interns Run. Hopefully some goofy stuff here and there. I'm gonna put the donation link for me if any of you, all 30 plus of you are here. If you have even just $1 or $2 to spare. This was some good fun. This was some real good fun. Again, if you have even just a buckaroony to spare, let's check our spirits. That's right, we got the Oak God. Helps us keep hope. The Oak God allows us to keep hope. This game's so good. Anyways, want to just kind of check the team total here. I have raised $190, so I have raised about $20 for this stream right here. If you've got even just a few bucks to spare, 5, 2, 3, whatever, even $1 donation would be great. We're doing the final shoutouts. We've raised over $14,000. Just excellent stuff all around. Just to do the math, for $14,000. So the average Pencils of Promise program has it to where they estimate that for a single student's education, it takes them about $75 to fund their program. And so at $14,000, we funded the education of at least 187 students. That's amazing stuff, everybody. Again, just final call-outs. We're going to wrap this up. I want to thank Gino That Pinguino Grieco for manning the fort and organizing both the Encore event as well as the main event. I want to thank everyone who's donated. I want to thank all of the streamers and members of the team. I'll just do a shout-out to, again, Gino, myself, Abby, Jason, also known as Person Z, Nikki Rooney, known as Nicholas McDonald. We've got Arbitrary Water. We've got Xandra or Alexandra. Luis Martinez. Oh, no, wait. He's Evil Meats. Yes. Meats of Evil. I want to thank Reki, also known as John Everson, Trash Squad, Matthew Roy, Michael Hallbrook, also Rio Starwind, the Giant Bomb community. Again, all of you've made this event possible. All of you have done great work in streaming for this event. We're closing out. Final kind of push here. I would say this is a success. There's no other way to go about it. I want to thank, for my personal side of things, looking at it, how many people donated and commissioned stuff for me? So I've got now commissions now. I probably will never do this ever again because too many people took me up on this offer, and I'm not angry or salty. I'm going to do a blog on Journeyman Projects 1, 2, and 3, MTV's Club Dead, Shannara, and The Longest Journey. I will try my best to get through all of these games. But yeah. Yep. There she blows. Anyways, everybody, I'm going to end my stream. We're going to close the chat. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and let's call it an event. right.